Hello student, welcome to my online classroom. Today in this video, I'll teach you Flamingo chapter number 2, Lost Spring, Stories of Stolen Childhood. Let's know first about the author. Author is Anis Jung. Anis Jung was born in 1964 in Hyderabad. Her parents, both mother and father, were writers. So she also began her career as a writer, and she completed her education in Hyderabad and in USA, and she has been as editor and columnist of some major newspaper in India and as abroad also. This lesson, Lost Spring, is an excerpt from her book Lost Spring, Stories of Stolen Childhood. Now let's take the lesson. Here in the beginning of the lesson, some phrases given there. Please you write the meaning of these phrases. Here I wrote these meanings here, if you are able to see. Very first word is here, looking for. Looking for means searching something. Next one is slog their days. Slog means doing very hard work. Day light hour means all over the day doing very hard, extremely hard work is called slog their daylight hours. Roof over his head means shelter or the place where they reside is called roof over his head means shelter of their house is called roof over his head. Next word is perpetual state of poverty. Perpetual means everlasting. Continuous poverty is called perpetual state of poverty. Dark huntment. Next word. Dark huntment means dark houses where they live is called dark huntment. Imposed the baggage on the child means giving burden of work to small child or small kids. Here one thing I want to tell you. Actually the theme of the lesson is when the child instead going to school, they were involved in the work and they were deprived to get their education. These things the writer wanted to show through this lesson. Now let's take up the lesson. Please you follow me. I'll try to explain the lesson line by line. So I request you please keep your book open at the time of watching my video and follow me line to line. And hold one pencil also because I'll tell you the meaning of some new phrases and words. These meanings will help you to understand the lesson in some better way. The lesson is divided in two parts. So first part I am taking, it is beginning from sometimes I find a rupee in the garbage. Why do you do this? I ask Saheb, whom I encounter every morning, scrounging for gold in the garbage dumps of my neighborhood. Why do you do this? Here I miss the narrator, means Anis Jung. She asked to one boy, his name is Saheb here, that why do you do this? Means why do you do means picking up garbage work he was doing there. So she is asking that why do you do this? And she's telling that I encounter. Encounter means right here that she met every day, every morning, when the boy was searching or scrounging for gold in the garbage. So here gold means not he is searching gold, but in the dump where the garbage is gathered there or heaped there, in this dump of the garbage he was searching some interesting things. It is called here gold. And where he was doing these all things, he was doing near his surrounding, means her neighborhood. Saheb left his home long ago. Now the narrator is telling life history of Saheb. So long back Saheb left his own house, set amidst the green field of Dhaka. His home is not even a distant memory. Here she is telling that long back she was living, Saheb was living in green field of Dhaka. Dhaka is the capital city of Bangladesh. So he was living in Dhaka and his home is not in a even a distant memory means he forgot about his home and the place where he was living. There were many storms that swept away their field and homes, his mother tells him. His mother told him that where they were living in Dhaka, so because of the storm, their house and their field were swept away, means destroyed, washed away. That's why they left looking for gold in the big city where he now lives, and this is the reason. So they are living in the big city, and doing this work means picking the garbage and living in this city. I have nothing else to do, he mutters, looking away. One side he looked and he muttered. Unclearly he told that except this work, means picking garbage, he did not have any other work. Go to school, I say glibly, realizing immediately how hollow that voice must sound. The writer, without thinking anything, just told that go to school. But immediately she understood that some wrong advice she gave him. Reason, now I'll tell you, there is no school in my neighborhood. When they built one, I'll go. Immediately the boy answered that where he lives there is no school. So the advice of the author is useless here. So she felt it bad. If I start a school, will you come? Come, I ask, half joking again. Anis Jang is in joking way asking that if I built one school, will you come? Sahib is answering yes. He says, in a smiling way he answered. A few days later I see him running up to me. Is your school ready? After a few days, what she is noticing that this boy was running up to him, means he was running toward her. And he asked that, did you build a school? Then how she is answering, look here, it takes longer to build a school, I say. Now the writer is telling that it is not an easy job to build a school. I say, embraced at having made a promise that was not meant. Now she felt it bad because the promise what she made is useless because she was not able to build a school and the advice given that was also not good. So now she is feeling embarrassed, means not feeling good to give such advice to this boy. But promises like mine abound in every corner of his bleak world. But one thing she realized here, that in which way she made promise to this boy. Like this every day lot of promises they might have getting. In their bleak world, bleak means dark world, there is no chance to do any other work or do something good in their future. So in this way she accepted it. After months of knowing him, I asked him his name, Sahib Alam. And she had been looking him every day. So after 1 month, she asked his name and he told his name, Sahib Alam. He announces means he told his name, Sahib Alam. He does not know what it means. If he knew its meaning, Lord of the universe, he would have a hard time believing it. One interesting thing is there, this boy's name is Sahib Alam, but he did not know the actual meaning of his name. And if he will know the meaning of his name, so it will be very difficult to believe because the meaning of his name is Lord of the universe. And you know the boy is not Lord of the universe, he is the rag picker. So how does he believe that Sahib Alam means Lord of universe? He would have a hard time believing it, means he will not believe it, unaware of what his name represents. So he is living without knowing the meaning of his name. He roams the street with his friend. Means he is moving here, there on the street. An army of barefoot boys who appear like the morning bird and disappear at noon. Some group of boys along with Sahib also, every day morning they come in their houses like morning bird and till afternoon they all got disappeared. Over the month, I have come to recognize each of them. Every day, the writer was seeing them, and now she was able to recognize each boy of this group. Why aren't you wearing chappals? I asked one. So one day, Anis Jung hold one boy and she asked, why aren't you wearing chappals? Means why don't you wear chappal? Chappal means sandals. My mother did not bring them down from the shelf, he answered simply. The boy answered that his mother did not bring his chappal down from the shelf, so he did not wear. Actually, this is not the right answer. Here the boy is trying to escape from the answer. Actually, he did not have any chappal. Even if she did, he will throw them off. Add another who is wearing shoes that do not match. One more boy was there. He wore shoes. Unmatched shoes were there. Means different color. Both shoes were not in the same color. So he's telling that if his mother will give him chappal, then also he won't wear. He will throw them out. When I comment on it, he shuffles his feet and say nothing. When the writer was conversing or commenting with this boy, that time he was trying to shuffle his feet. Underline, shuffle means he was trying to hide his feet. He wanted to hide because the color of both shoes were not same. I want shoes, says a third boy, who has never owned a pair of all his life. And the third boy, he is telling that I want to have a pair of shoes, and he told that in his entire life he did not have any shoes. Now the writer is telling her experience. Traveling across the country, I have seen children walking barefoot in cities on village roads. She is telling that during her travel in India, in village or cities, so she had seen in many places children used to walk without chappal or sandals, means barefoot. It is not lack of money, but a tradition to stay barefoot is one explanation. And she is telling that it may not be the reason that they don't have money to purchase shoes, so they are barefoot, but it may be a tradition that they don't want to wear the shoes. This may be a kind of tradition. In this way she is trying to explain. I wonder if this is only an excuse to explain away a perpetual state of poverty, and she is telling that behind this all only one reason is there, that perpetual poverty, everlasting poverty. The people of our country are really very poor, and because of that only these all things we are seeing. Dear student, next part of this lesson I'll explain you in the second part of last spring. If you like my videos, please subscribe my channel and press bell icon to get the notification of my all new upload videos. Thank you. Have a nice day.